Right. Hi, everybody. That was weird. I don't know if this is a new session for you all, but we're going to kind of check in and see what happened there on that. Yeah, it's going to look at it as a whole new session. Oh, well. That's all right. Cool. Happy birthday, Kay. We're just going to say that again.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday!
Cool. We did go over the like kind of recap of where everything went in. I'm sure we're not going to be holding on to that. Watch that last session. Because we want to give you guys your time to play some D&D. So, yeah, Rob, looks like you're all set now. You're good?
Should be.
I'm good. Okay, cool. Sweet. Okay. You guys want to play some D&D?
Yeah.
I'd
Oh,
love to, Joe.
Let's do it. All right. Deep underneath the Broken Spur Saloon, a place that is almost defining the word decrepit. A saloon that has at one point in time been a service to those that wanted to enjoy and relax and maybe take a step back into an earlier, simpler time of our great Wild West design. However, times have changed. The world has changed. And with it, the scene that we see now is depicted with shattered pieces of what once was. There is some interesting current upkeep that has been happened, but we can still see that the rubbed raw wooden tables, the booths with springs that are just kind of still poking out in certain places, and the smell of something that may have been leftover chili still somewhat lingering in the air. We go from that scene as we see this sort of interesting old-style diner and go underneath, where the scene is very different. Currently in the offline process, so essentially in a very, very dark room at this moment, we hear the sound of a figure that is a couple figures that are tinkering away to try and reset to their design, something that's going to be a little less dangerous, at least for the moment, of a room that at one point in time, only mere moments ago, looked like this. A large, 20 feet tall, 15, 20 feet tall, gyroscopic, spherical machine sitting in the center of a room that is full of what wouldn't be a familiar thing in this world for these characters, but what are essentially looking like square server towers. Everything currently being offline, but at one point in time was glowing with a very specific bright blue energy. Zooming in from the little bit of light that is that has been given off from torches or cantrips or what have you, we see that there is one figure that is currently working on trying to understand and reprogram at the same time something that is completely alien to them. Blair, we already rolled for your success on this, but I'm going to have you give me a specific idea of what it is you are absolutely trying to do with this machine right now.
So with N's supposed sister or manager, I noticed that the Diminuum was making the connection to her other appendages, correct?
She seemed to be powered by this, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, but the Diminuum, gave it the energies to make it, go further. Or
all you know is that it seems that she was siphoning some sort of power off of this type of energy, yes.
Can I try to make it so that at least the hands or arms are not going to be accessible, so any of that, or just have the limited power for her to boot up for talking and being aware but not moving?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think one of the things that you notice is that as Blair is working on this, we see kind of the scene sort of pan over to what looks to be the remnants of nothing that even gives much of a sense of any sort of humanoid body shape. It is more of a collection of metal plates and pieces, not in any specific sort of pairing or order, but it does seem to bear that, I would say, that momentary sort of piece of just arcing blue energy that is just still kind of buzzing between, but not enough to be able to punctuate any sort of life. Blair, to do this, you would need the faceplate of this creature. So thinking about that, Blair, we'll say that from your viewpoint, you start to look up and notice that you are alone. Your partner in trying to figure this out is not in this room at the moment. Emily, you are in the room further in after being called in to check out something, but in the process also having made some sort of discovery for yourself. Because Scott was not here, I'd like to kind of revisit that conversation from that realization of Timothy's model number. Timothy, could you read off that model number for us? We'll say as you're looking for it, Emmeline, you are turning over the
Timothy's model number.
Yep.
EV-P01-18.
Emmeline, as you're hearing those words, you're noticing as you're flipping over the faceplate, you see that there is what looks to be hand carved in N.E.V-E. Could be coincidental, but there has been a name that's been floating around, a name that you have not been really familiar with at all, but you've heard it not only stated a couple times, but its actual written element took a part in what eventually became your capture. The name Emery Vargas. Meanwhile, Ophelia, Rasa, and the sheriff, you guys are closer towards the bar, whether that is enjoying some drinks or trying to kind of relax and get your feet under you from a very taxing sort of altercation, to say the least. Ophelia, as you're looking at the sheriff, what's going through Ophelia's mind right now?
She's trying not to just stare directly. She's still at the piano, just like playing some kind of moody or honky-tonk songs. Trying to create a fun vibe at the bar. And, but she keeps glancing over at the sheriff and is trying to figure out, have I heard him talk to himself yet?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. I'm trying, it's giving, little man vibes. It's giving Jericho vibes. And so she's just trying to like keep an eye on him and see if she can sense any magic from him, any hallucinations he might be having, just like trying to figure out if this is a Jericho type situation. That's her main concern.
Okay, cool. So you're trying to gauge, just to make sure that we're kind of getting a specifics of this, is not necessarily just magic, but specifically something that reminds you of Jericho.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. What would you like to roll on this? I think this could go a couple different ways.
Let's see what I'm at. Either... No. What do I want to roll? Dang. Can I roll a... What does survival mean? Hold on. No, that's not
Okay.
right.
Well, while you're
What's
thinking of
religion?
that, take your time with it and figure that out.
No, can I roll a religion check? Do I sense anything about him that's like culty,
Okay.
Jericho
Cool.
like?
Yeah, you can give me a religion check. Sure.
Okay.
Sheriff, if you could roll me your choice. I would say in this case, you're not actively necessarily trying to hide yourself, but it would be something that you do like to keep things somewhat close to the vest. So I would say this is a deception check. However, I'm going to say it's only an active deception check because I don't think it's you that's rolling it.
Ooh. Okay.
I rolled a 14 on my religion check.
All right. Let's see. It's a 21.
21. Okay, cool. Ophelia, as you're looking at this figure, you see, what is the sheriff doing at this moment?
The sheriff is sort of bouncing along to the piano, humming a little bit tunelessly, and knocking back drinks, very gingerly not touching the recent massive wound on his chest.
Cool. All right.
Which Ophelia is absolutely oblivious to. That's not something she notices.
Beautiful. I think also, Ophelia, it is a little bit difficult to kind of gauge at this moment. 14 is enough to be able to kind of do two things at once. However, one of those things is actually kind of difficult at this time because you're not really Ross is underneath you, just like full on looking like at the piano, trying to kind of dig in to sort of feel out what the heck is going on. So yeah, that's somewhat distracting here, but I feel like you get the idea. This is someone who's, I see what the 14 is. I think you get a sense of someone who feels maybe a little bit like like Rasa, like Jericho, like Timothy, like Emmeline, Blair, and maybe somewhat like yourself. Someone who is stuck in a time that doesn't feel like it quite belongs to them.
What is his deal? She says to herself. I want to subtle cast detect thoughts on the sheriff. Just to see
Okay.
what's going on.
You got it. Cool. Go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, you hear Rasa just kind of making a bunch of like sort of strange sort of grunting noises to try to kind of figure out what exactly it is that's behind there. Allow anybody in this room besides Blair to be able to kind of like check in on that. However, we're going to come back to I believe Emmeline and Timothy. Timothy, you were just asked what your model number was by Emmeline. We'll take the scene from there.
Miss Emily, why did you want that?
Because there's a serial number or a model number carved into the mask. And I'll turn it around to show him.
Okay. You read that number. N.E.V-E.
Interesting.
Does the designation EV mean anything in yours?
Well, that, I believe, is for Emery Vargas, my creator.
That's who built you. Interesting.
I mean, he was one of the primary creators of the Brasslight.
Huh. They called me the prodigal daughter, but my serial number doesn't have an EV in it.
What is your serial number?
I wrote it down. It's CW211-6.
And CW, do you know where the designation is for?
I didn't
Timothy,
think
go ahead and
they
give me a religion check with advantage. Or nature, either one.
I'll do nature. That was awful, but it was an 11.
11's enough. You notice that actually, Emmeline, I would like you to describe to me, do all your parts look like they come from one place?
No. The inside, like the joint pieces that are connecting the limbs. Sorry, my brain just buzzed out. Connecting all the limbs, there's lots of gears, and while most of them seem within the same color range, a lot of them, like deeper in, are darker, as well as her body plates are cracked and they look painted more than they look from the same place. Sorry. It seems cohesive on purpose because it looks like it's painted that way, but if you were to look
So
at
it's different parts with the same paint on them.
yeah.
You got it. Oh, good. We got there.
Did you feel anything from the diminuum?
Joe, did I? I forgot.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Last session? Yeah. That's what powered your ability to be able to get N.E.V E to stop.
Yes. I mean, I'm powered by diminuum, so...
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Sorry. What's the other one?
Ignite.
That's the Ignite. Thank you. I mean, yeah, I did. That's kind of what made it so that I could make her stop. Is I stepped on the wire, and I felt powerful.
That is what runs me.
It's not what runs me. Could it have just been mistaken? And I am not...
You see, Timothy is kind of questioning. He looks confused almost. Could you have been rebuilt?
I mean, if I was, would I remember? I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
My arms are smaller than my legs. I always felt like I was off balance, but I thought I was just built that way. So, I mean, I guess anything's possible, but I mean, where would I have been rebuilt? Wouldn't that be in a service log somewhere?
Blair, roll me initiative, please.
Initiative plus 23.
23. Okay. I'm going to roll for Rasa. Ooh, that's an 18 on the die. Hold on 1 second. That's a 26. Rasa's quick for an old man. Cool. So in this moment, Blair, you're realizing, hey, you need what Emmeline has, and possibly need Emmeline as well. However, as you, I would assume you're kind of like probably starting to make your way into that room.
Yeah, I'm just right in the
and you hear Rasa just yell out, "Hey, can someone help me out with this?"
Oh, well, I'll be right there.
Emmeline, you see that Rasa is under the piano, the player piano that you were playing, and you hear that Ophelia was probably carrying out a tune, now playing just less or not at all.
Okay, I guess I'm done. She goes over to the bar.
Why are we playing with the piano still?
Emmeline, give me a history check with advantage.
Yeah, the giant murderous automaton here that I was asked to fix. I kind of need help.
With advantage, that is a 17.
Okay. You remember specifically being drawn to that piano when you walked in here. Remember, you played it.
I guess that's fair. I just like music. What do you... It's Rasa underneath there?
Mm-hmm. Right, you just see Ross's full butt. I'm sorry, Ryan. You see Ross's just full butt, just up in the air, just like duster, like full, like, full, like, working under the sink sort of style.
We're not gonna
God
kick
for
Rasa
that
in the
duster.
butt. We're not gonna kick Rasa in the butt. Emmeline, I think is gonna. She still has the mask, by the way.
She does.
She has not let go of it. And she's just gonna come up and kind of nudge Rasa with her foot, and then bend down and be like, "What's going on?"
You see this this cable here? There's a cable attached to the piano.
I guess that kind of makes sense. Everything here is automated. Like we're connected to something. Do we think there's like a prize?
You see at that, Rasa kind of backs out from under the piano and looks at Blair and goes, Blair, can you open up this piano?
I'm in the middle of doing something else. I was asked for this. I kind of need
It's going to take you like 5 minutes.
the face of your maybe sister.
I have no idea.
Timothy's gonna just, because he kind of walked over, he's just gonna start playing chopsticks on the piano.
Okay, cool. Actually, that's Timothy. Roll me a Timothy. We almost never get to use this. Roll me an athletics check, please.
That's some
Or
aggressive
sleight of hand.
chopsticks.
I would say sleight of hand probably better, but I'm gonna give Timothy athletics on this.
17.
17. As you
Break
play
a
through
key.
chopsticks, you remember as you get to that part, you feel that your ring finger feels a little heavier, just a touch. Only something that an automaton would really, a brass horn would really be able to tell.
Emmeline is like right next to me, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just.
And Blair is just tapping her foot on the other side of the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab her hand and put it on that key.
Okay.
Try that key.
Dang.
Play heart and soul.
Does
Emmeline busts out.
Does that one feel different than the other keys?
1 sec, and she's gonna pass the mask off to Blair as
Thank
she
you.
starts to kind of play some. I think it's not an actual song.
You-
I think a new
You
line.
did something very specific a couple sessions ago. Do you remember?
No.
Okay. I want you to try
For
hard.
so long.
Try hard to remember
Like a
because
month
I was really building a whole story off of what you did. You were playing a song that you remember.
Joe.
You were playing. You made this up, and I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm building off of this. You started playing a song that you remembered because it was the only song that. You with me?
I believe so.
Okay, finish it out for me. The
Oh,
only song
sorry.
that you remember Vivian taught you.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Emmeline's gonna play the same song that. she
Guys, if you
played
do cool
earlier.
shit, you gotta remember it.
I know. Well, I didn't know it was cool shit, Joe. Yeah, she's gonna start playing that song, and as she starts it, she's gonna realize it starts on that key. But she hadn't like noticed anything about that before, so she's gonna start playing.
As you play through it, the last time, and I'll give you this, the last time, you specifically stopped before you hit the last key.
Oh god, I did. Wow, that was so cool. All right. She is gonna pause before the last key.
I think that's probably part of the song too. Like you always, like there's a, it's that sort of standing sort of space of that 5 to 1 of like you sit on that for a minute, or 4-1, whatever.
And she hits the last note.
As you hit that note, all of a sudden you hear this heavy latch unlock underneath the bar in the corner.
This place is very confusing over and over again. Stand up, move to the bar.
If I'm at the
Okay.
bar, do I hear it?
You do. Everybody hears this. Yep.
I want to rush around.
But Emmeline, it was a specific song that Vivian taught you.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things about this place that Vivian taught me, and then there's a bunch of things that I just don't recognize. And it's so weird.
Yeah, I would say like in this moment, like as Emmeline hears you're getting up, you realize like what is going through Emmeline's mind right now of this idea of like, oh, I learned this song, not on this piano, by the way.
No. In Emmeline's mind right now, she's thinking about the letter that Emmeline left her in the basement before they got here. And she's starting to kind of wonder how much of this place Vivian had been preparing her for, and how very unprepared she was.
Okay. Blair, is your choice whether or not you're in this room.
Blair had a task, and she's trying to get this done.
You got it. Cool. So you're working on that. Ophelia, what was your? You don't need to roll for that for your like surface thoughts. So detect thoughts, subtle spelling. What is going through Sheriff's mind surface level?
All right, surface level. Primarily, he is noting down details that might be useful later of everyone around him. Like, how high are Ophelia's heels? Could that be a weak point? Rasa is tall, which means that he can probably keep up with me. Timothy can definitely keep up with me. Blair. Ball of string? Question mark? Ball of wires? Question mark. Emmeline. Question mark, question mark, question mark. That's pretty much what's going on. Aside from, he is noting something about someone that you can't see.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to say, as a group, at this point, you guys have a decision to make. Blair, you're starting to get things working. You guys heard a hatch open. Who goes where?
I'm swinging around the bar to see what is opening. And I'm keeping my eye on the sheriff after listening to him do that. And it sounds like he's just trying to size us up because he thinks we're threats or he thinks he's a threat. So I just want him to know that he doesn't know everything that's going on. So as she swings around the bar to look and see what was opening, I would like to make eye contact with the sheriff and say, it's really not my heels you need to be worried about.
Okay.
Pause, and then duly noted.
And then I'm going to see what the heck's opening.
Okay, you got it. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
a natural one.
Cool. You say this really cool line, Ophelia, of just keeping that space, and
fall through trapdoor.
and you fall through a trapdoor. No. You notice that there is a little sort of crack between floorboards that seem to meet up together. And as you bend down to sort of look closer, you grab what you think is the bar that is on the sort of top side of the bar, but instead it is actually one of the bottles that had sort of fallen over, and you just full on fall a little bit of a louder crash than you'd wanted. Not a dainty crash, but just fall, glass breaks.
Ow! God damn it!
Behind the bar too, just to give that comic effect of like all of a sudden Ophelia's gone.
It's gone.
50-year-old liquor all over
Miss
you.
Ophelia, are you okay?
No!
I lean over the bar and sort of quietly say, maybe if you weren't wearing heels.
Duly noted.
And I'll say, Sheriff, you also notice that same sort of spot on there, but you can absolutely help Ophelia up, as Ophelia is now kind of laying on top of it.
Yeah, I do so. Offer a hand. Very gentlemanly.
She takes it.
Right. Can I take a look around for the actual handle?
You absolutely can. I'm gonna give something here because I don't want to take over a part of your character, Rob, here. But I think there's a possibility where contact may incite something with our friend. I'm gonna let you choose.
Yeah, let's go.
You got it. Okay, cool. Ophelia, give me a deception check, please. With disadvantage, actually. Got Sheriff's character sheet here. Determine what they're rolling.
Joe, quick question. Is this one big room?
The bar is. Yeah, like the bar room is. Yeah.
And then
you were there.
And then the room for where the diminuum is, the cores,
Different.
and
I'm in that room.
I think Timothy's actually gonna kind of wander into that room.
Got it. Yeah, makes sense. That is. We'll call it. Either one would be fine. I'm gonna say Arcana check, Sheriff.
Okay. It's a 15.
15. Okay.
What was I making a deception check for? It's a dirty 20 with disadvantage.
Okay. Cool. With a dirty 20, as you take, because I assume you took the sheriff's hand, right? As you take the sheriff's hand, Sheriff, you feel this moment of the briefest sort of flashes of what seems to be faces in what may be like what is probably kind of like stylized in the scene of like old like sepia tone pictures, but every single face is blurred out.
Do I feel anything, or I just...
You do not. So yeah. So for you, for the sheriff, it's just of these just different sort of moments coming in and then just disappearing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Did you say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
He's not quite that crazy.
Not that crazy. Cool. So just to kind of, I'm sorry. We will make this scene move on. I just want to make sure we know how we're splitting the group here. So Ophelia, Sheriff, you guys are going down this hatch.
With Brasslight.
Timothy and Blair, you, we'll say Ross's. I guess it doesn't matter, honestly.
Supervising.
Yeah, supervising. Timothy and Blair, we know you guys are in the server room. Emmeline, which direction do you go?
I think her curiosity points her towards the bar, but I think her... No, she's going server room, because if this thing boots up and it's dangerous, Blair and Timothy are going to get hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
So-
she needs to go there.
To clarify, this room that opened on a song that only you knew how to play, you're going to let your friends go down.
Can I just have two of me? That'd be great. I don't want.
You
Blair
could
to
also you can
die.
also RP this scene. Like, you're having two people that are going in separate directions, both possibly dangerous.
Can we do one thing at a time? Okay, you're going to. Timothy, do not let Blair die. To the bar.
Okay.
Hear that, Timothy? You can't let me die.
I will try my best. You do seem to make that difficult at times.
I have black cat energy, I guess. Bad luck.
But also 9 lives.
Yeah, she's used 7 of them.
Still more than
I
I
get
got.
9 of them a day, it seems.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool. So as this is happening, so you guys are kind of splitting up in groups.
We're splitting the party.
Splitting the party. So let's do this. Let's do Blair, you rolled initiative last time. We'll have Timothy roll initiative. And actually, we'll make this equal in design here. Timothy, what is your initiative? As equal as we can be.
That was a 10.
No, sorry. What's your modifier for initiative?
Oh, +2.
+2. For Ophelia, Sheriff, and Emmeline, are either of you at +2?
For what again?
I am.
For initiative.
I got +2 initiative.
Perfect. Sheriff, if you would kindly roll for us.
Alrighty. That's a 17.
Okay. All right. So with that, there is lifting Ophelia to her feet. I'll say just to kind of keep the equalness of the party here. I think, especially with Emmeline being like, "Hey, make sure Blair doesn't die." Rasa just kind of hangs their head and just goes "Yeah, I gotta make sure that she's safe," and is going to go to the server room so that there's an even spaced out of players. Okay. So yeah, lifting up that hatch, there is an extremely heavy. First off, we'll make you guys roll, but Sheriff, it is very for those that are lifting, it is very heavy. You actually feel that it is something that you're going to probably need help on, just to make sure that it's not you could probably get it if there was no one else in this room, but would be useful to have some help.
Second set of hands here.
No, I don't think you
Certainly
will.
isn't going to be Ophelia.
No.
It shouldn't be me, but Emmeline's going to help with her -1 to strength.
Same.
Wait,
Yeah.
am I the strong person? Oh no.
All the melee fighters are on this side, and all the
Plus
spellcasters are over
0.
there.
I am the
I am a
strongest in the
healer.
party.
I am not a physical boy.
Listen,
Uh,
if it's within 120 feet of me, it's in the instant death radius. That includes my friends.
Yeah, that's fine.
okay. All right. Yeah. So, Emily, with your help, you are you and the sheriff are able to kind of lift, and you see that there are not what you've seen in pretty much anything else in this area here. It's the idea of the like wooden sort of like maybe it's like a wine cellar, and trying to kind of keep that sort of central southern style charm that's still even existing even in this place that is called the Hard Catch, or this like hardened metal that shows what is behind everything. No. This is hardened, this is just plain heavy stone steps.
I don't love this.
Oh, God. So we're already underground. We're already underground, and we're gonna go deeper underground.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
A chili bomb?
That doesn't sound good. I don't know what that is, but I don't like it.
Pray you never have to find out, and Emmeline goes down.
I'll go after
Okay.
Emmeline.
Yeah, let's get an order here. So we got Emmeline, Ophelia,
bad
and
week
the
there.
sheriff.
Is it lit down there?
It is not.
Is it not?
It is not.
It'd be so cool if Emmeline had dark vision, guys.
Sure would.
Sure. will.
Also, all the people with dark vision is upstairs now.
What do I see?
I have my lantern. I'll take my lantern out.
Yeah, you have the flashlight.
It's a good question.
behind you.
Sheriff, you see clearly in front of you is what looks to be a wrought iron, wooden, but banded with iron door with what looks to be some sort of. This is actually fun for you. You see some sort of like open sort of like canister. It almost kind of gives you like the idea of like an ashtray, but it is set next to the door, and you get a smell that I'm going to have you give me a history check on. I'm going to let you decide whether or not it's with disadvantage or not.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
All right.
Do you feel like you get the idea of why I'm saying history check with disadvantage?
I don't actually.
Okay. It is a part of your backstory. So it'd be a specific sort of something from a part of your backstory.
Butters really wants to be a die right now.
What does Butters say? Let's ask Butters.
Butters says, I just want tube.
Butters
I want
says
two, please.
probably disadvantage.
All right. Hey, Butters knows all.
Okay. Let's see what we got. All right. History with disadvantage is still a 13.
With a 13. That smell. Something about it is pulling you away from this moment, giving space to something that was another life, like another person's memories start to appear as if your own, but they're alien and strange to you. You hear the sound of screams coming intermittently in and out. You hear strange sort of sounds of clicking and screeches from some sort of unearthly creature. But it reminds you of a creature. It reminds you of the sound that you've heard from a creature very recently in the server room.
Now, I'm no scientist, but Miss Emily, you were saying that everything in this place runs on Dominium, roughly?
That is not an assumption I'm prepared to make, although if I were a gambling one,
Well,
which I guess I am now.
suppose we all are. You said you don't run on it?
No, I run on Ignite, which I guess is...
Could I
I'm
get
not
your...
really sure if it's older or newer, but...
That word just appears in your brain
Right.
as you once again just hear this like
Right. Ignite. Could I get your expert opinion on something?
Am I
I
the
also want to clarify too for Emily and Ophelia, you guys can't see shit.
Yeah. I'm the expert. I can't see anything. Well, Ophelia said that she has her lantern out. And Emmeline also has a lantern.
Okay.
Right.
So sorry, Ophelia, you lit a lantern? Sorry, I
have, like,
missed
a
that.
bullseye lantern.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then you all kind of see this this banded with iron wooden door, and with no handle on it, and this strange kind of thing. And I'll say for Ophelia and Emily, it gives you a little bit of a vibe from the rooms that you've been in throughout this whole thing. Where it's sitting, it's a little bit sort of higher up, and it's only one. There's there was two before, but where you would like put your mark in and things like that.
Emily, because I'm standing behind. Emily went first. I'm kind of standing behind her. Do you see any place to put a mark?
Do I? I think Emmeline steps closer and just kind of like puts her hand. No.
No, but you do see this strange kind of like ashtray like device. It's like a cylinder that kind of like sits down in space.
I mean, maybe we're all supposed to start a chain smoking habit.
On it.
Okay, so this crazy, you guys solved my puzzle immediately. You all start lighting up.
That can't
Wow.
be real.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you got it. You got it in one. That's great.
Are you
It's a long
sarcastic?
story. It's sponsored by
Look.
Big Tobacco.
Yes, I'm being sarcastic. Yes.
I
I'm
can't
sorry.
start smoking
It
again in real
wasn't
life. I'm happy to do it as a
on
demon player.
you.
At least it's something in his life.
Ophelia needs more vices.
No, Rachel does, just through Ophelia. Okay, so we see an ashtray. Are there ashes in it? Can I look at it?
Yeah. Ophelia, you as someone from Madura, give me a perception check. DC of 12.
Let's see. Oh, I rolled a 12, so plus 5 is 17.
17? Yeah, you get that same sort of smell. Some, yeah, kind of like the old sort of style Madura of like things that you especially if you're in like kind of the like hard working like sort of factory sections of Madura. Yeah, you get that smell of what you were told when you were a little girl is ignite.
Emmeline, do you have some like ignite to put in there, or what? You're an ignite person. Why does this one like ignite?
Literally just gonna slow turn to Ophelia.
What?
Why not just ask for some blood while you're at it?
Oh.
Akin to that, but more to the point, do you think I just carry a corrosive and explosive substance like a battery in a pocket?
Blair does. I don't see
I
why
mean,
you would.
you do carry it, Emily.
I was gonna ask.
In the recesses of my body plate, perhaps.
Should we?
I mean,
turn
define
back?
define carry, I
Scrape
guess.
some off, or I don't know. I feel like this door is meant just so Brassborn can go in it, who have ignite or something.
I was gonna say Brassborn that specifically have ignite.
And no, this song to unlock the hatch. Fine. Emmeline does this like.
I love Emmeline just being so like, I don't want to
Sorry to
know
ruin
my
your
secrets. I don't want to. Why is this session about me? Oh.
But that's relatable.
No, I think Emmeline's I think that she is just overwhelmed by all of this.
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna like reach behind her and kind of pop out like the back plate for a second as she like kind of roots around in her, I guess, spinal cord for some loose ignite.
This is all you. I've never defined your
Yeah,
it's this way, but sure, go for it.
I would assume there's like a reservoir.
In my mind,
I'm
in
picturing
my
a
mind-
Pez
Absolutely.
dispenser.
Hey, Rob, that's also what I assumed. That's how I saw it in my mind. But hey,
Wait, what?
hey.
Like,
I like the Pez dispenser imagery.
I'm assuming you want it kind of separate from the rest of your workings in case, it ignites.
But okay, but hear me out. I like this better.
It's like how the
Okay.
gas tank goes in the passenger seat of the car.
Hey Rob. Hey Rob. I love you. Shut up. No. So she pops out her back plate, and I think that there is, like, in my mind, because the charging docks that she uses, she, like, sits on, there's probably, like, a pack underneath her, like, back plate that, like, kind of sits against and charges it like a battery. So, anyway, I don't know. Magic exists.
I'm gonna say for a very good reason. I'm so sorry. I do have to say no to that. I believe you specifically stood in that. There's a reason, I promise.
Okay. How do you envision that ignite is stored in a body?
I imagine there's a open sort of reservoir sort of thing. You just said specifically like there's like a charge, like sort of like electrical battery sort of piece that's kind of coming
Okay.
outside of that. I don't know if that works for this design of the world.
Okay, great. I don't want to take out my whole reservoir of ignite and shut down. Okay, great. So yeah, Emmeline's gonna, I think her reservoir is in the back, and she probably just like pulls out like a vial, I guess, or like a.
I mean, it is essentially like it is hyper designed coal. So that's like kind of the design around it, right? So you could, I think, given your design of yourself, I think there's a possibility that a lot of it is like kind of like residual dust, and then you have to put in like bigger pieces. You know what I mean? Like
Cool.
charcoal.
Cool. Yeah, alright. She's gonna scoop some dust into her hand and, sprinkle it into the cylinder.
Beautiful. All right. As you do, you see as it sort of as you see it kind of slip in from those like ashtray like tines. You see it start to kind of fall in, and then seems to glow this deep orange inside, and then see a torch start, and with that, the door unlocks, and you guys can go through. But we will pause you there. Blair, Timothy. Blair, you have this. This faceplate now. And you kind of have the idea of like working through to be able to kind of install this in. You need to probably have a collection of some of those pieces of those like little bits of metal, and as you kind of like, you notice that there's some that are, you know, like maybe about this big and like hardened, but there's also a lot of pieces that are just gears and like leftover sort of like remnants of these of metal. Most of it's brass, but not all of it. And you feel that like to be able to kind of connect this energy in together, to be able to at least get this, to get N.E.V E sort of back online just from the face, you need to just kind of collect all of that, collect some of that together, and to put that close to, I would say, probably some of the wiring that you're able to kind of pull out from the centrifuge of this device.
Okay. Timothy, I'm gonna have to bring some of these death arms and legs back together just a smidge. Can you double check to make sure there's nothing in that hand that could like shoot me, slice me, or anything like that?
Joe, quick question.
Sure.
Last session, I ripped out one of the core units, right?
Yes. And you guys had to put that back in to be able to kind of power this back on.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're all back in their little lanterns.
How large is it?
How large is what?
The Dominion core.
So there were 6 of them. All of them are about, I'd say about like a chunk, about like a handful, about this big.
Okay, all right, but they're all installed right now so that she could do her thing. Okay,
Correct.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to get an idea of like size.
Well, yeah, and to be honest with you, Blair actually, Sarah asked this before of like, okay, like how much of this can I take and like and bring in to be able to power this back on and to have it run? It needs all of the sources here, which I will say, Timothy, as you like kind of like take that moment of like recognizing that's an insane amount of power.
I think before I even acknowledge her, I think Timothy wants to put his hand on the running Dominion core.
Yeah.
Gonna get a hit?
Yeah.
Just to try to feel the power out of that.
It is, I mean, honestly, Timothy, give me a wisdom saving throw. It's very tempting.
Wow. 17.
It is just behind this thin metal canister, one that you had proven specifically. I believe you were one of the first to be able to pry it open. It's all you need to do. And you'd be more powerful than you've ever been. The things you could do with this amount. What purpose could a creature like this have being trapped down here that would be worth giving that up? Blair, what do you do? What do you say? Could be anything to snap Timothy back to reality.
Timothy, if I can't have this to do my experiments, you can't have it to eat.
Oh, sorry. Hey, hands. And he's gonna, I guess he's gonna check the arms and the hands, make sure there's no visible weapons, I guess.
There's noticing, like, as you get through there's a lot of sharp objects for sure. So like, yeah, Timothy, it's better in your hands to be able to kind of carry and bring that stuff over. But it is all like refuse of mechanical pieces, all of which are actually noticeably, you would notice, are not like rusted or deteriorated in any sort of way, just broken.
Okay, so what I actually want to do, I'm very curious.
Sure.
This particular robot, does it seem rebuilt in a similar way to Emily?
No. I would say more than anything, it seems that this creature is... This is a very good question. I think in Timothy's perspective, it seems like this creature is much more this room. And needed to... for whatever reason, whether it needed to or not, personified itself in a somewhat humanoid form. Remember, actually, when you first kind of walked in, it was more spider-like in space, but it still had that faceplate. You think of that faceplate as actually probably pretty important. That was maybe possibly something that was given to them. But this creature does not really exist in this... like, there's no body of this creature. It is existing in the towers and the structure, the power structure of this room.
So it's a mind built into the everything. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna try to move anything, I guess, outwardly as a weapon away from it. But I'm going to turn to Blair and slowly extend the arm blade out of his arm and then bring it back in and say, I removed everything easily visible, but things can be hidden.
Yeah. And the core in the middle of the room, like in the picture, is that thing still moving and making all that light? Or
everything's down.
Okay.
Until you power it up.
Yeah, while it's not moving, can I take a better look at this thing while it's not moving and take a look at, like, its core?
I think that's what you've been doing.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was the body or the core that I was dealing with.
So the core seems to be powering pretty much... we're saying core, and there's 6 different power cores, and there's this thing right in the middle. So I want to be very clear on this.
Let's just say the heart.
Sure. We call it the heart, yeah. So the heart of this device has been what you've been working on. You kind of checked out the server towers and recognized that seemed to be more of like that's where the output goes, but does not seem to be channeling through.
Okay.
Miss Blair, do you know what you're doing with this?
Half yes, half no. Half going with my gut, and if I pull this spring, what happens? It's kind of like taking apart a toaster to see how it works. And I have done that, and I did it, and I only had 3 pieces missing, and I still got no burnt toast.
So we're just throwing chicken shit against the wall and seeing what sticks then, I guess.
No. I am, let's say, plucking the chicken feathers out very strategically to see what's under the chicken, but stopping if I'm hurting the chicken.
That sounds like it's going to be a very unhappy chicken. Alright.
Well, considering, and I've just motioned to the robot body, what we done to her already, she's going to be pissed when we power her up anyway.
I could just rip all the arms off now and it'd be less likely
There's nothing to rip off.
Yeah, like, I'm guessing the...
I want to make this very clear. I would say imagine like broken glass of like a massive mirror. That's basically what this is. It's just all just scattered sort of pieces. And you had to collect a pile of them. You had to collect a pile of them to put under the mask to be able to kind of set this thing in motion.
We shattered a Lego Death Star, essentially, and now we have little pieces.
I hate it, but yeah.
So, I need to make sure when we do power her up that it's only going to be in the facial structure and maybe this from the shoulders and head, not death arms and all that.
Well, that's fine. I wonder, do you think we could connect Emmeline to one of these cores?
This is a whole other entity. Like, that would be like me connecting you to her. I don't even know if it's possible, and I don't think that's the greatest idea.
Curious.
Like, this is basically like you, but everything in her is just this giant sphere. And I'm guessing...
I just meant one of the cores. But...
Oh, the cores? Like... I don't know how to do that, though. I know she says she runs on Ignite, and I don't know how to switch the two. Like, this thing could probably make her explode for all we know. Like, I'd have to pop you open and see how your whole thing works.
Interesting. Okay. Well, why don't you turn it on and let's see what happens.
Timothy, didn't your thing start with these numbers? Like it's from your same creator and I'm holding up the mask?
You can have that conversation now, but it might help to be able to have that conversation with everybody here, Blair. You literally stopped what the rest of the people were doing to get this to work.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Is there any rolls to do to like make sure like if I turn this?
You already made them.
Okay.
Yeah. So all you need to do is just take some of the cables that you had like kind of like pulled apart to be able to kind of recognize this and put them sort of into this pile of just debris.
Okay. Should we wait until they get back or just try to turn her on and...
I mean, you seemed excited about this before.
Yeah, Sarah, you literally you stopped everybody and were like, no, we need to go do this.
Well, if Em's not here to see her sister awake, that's her own fault.
Rasa, what do you think?
Oh. Too late. Switch gets pulled. You see the lights start to kind of extend out from the center of this core and shoot out in random sort of pieces, some of which is kind of knocking into the server towers, immediately sort of lighting them up. Timothy, a couple of arcs seem to kind of hit you, and you feel yourself just immediately get this sense of this hunger being somewhat satiated for a second. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please. And Emily, I also need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
23.
23, awesome. Timothy, go ahead and level up, please. As you feel this moment of this Dominium energy surge through your entire body. Not in a sense of the beauty of Dominium of being not something that is being sucked away from the source, but being shared as something that is not parasitic but communal. As you feel your body just seem to start to glow with a little bit more energy. Timothy, as you are experiencing that, Emily, what did we get in our con save?
23.
You both got a 23?
Yeah, I rolled an 18 on the die, and I have a plus 5.
Incredible. Yeah, awesome. Cool. So a little bit different for Emily. What you notice is that left or right foot is which one did you dig into the cable?
Left.
So you feel, starting from your left foot, you feel your entire body start to sort of tremble a little bit from where you're at. As this door is opening, you have to kind of grab on to the walls to sort of steady yourself. And who's in front of you? I believe.
I think I was in front.
No, I think Emily was in front, but Sheriff, I think you might have probably put yourself in front once you realized you were the first one to be able to see.
Yeah.
So we'll give you that. Sheriff, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Actually, no need a perception check. I know your character sheet enough to be recognized. You absolutely notice as you see Emmeline's eyes immediately glow this very bright blue for a second and start to kind of fade in, extending out as arcs that seem to kind of scatter around across Emmeline's face. Emmeline, as all of those, as that energy seems to kind of arc in from the tip of your foot, shooting up from your spine all the way to your face and your eyes and extending out towards the rest of your body. Go ahead and please level up.
Moving on up. I think with all the static and everything in the air, Blair's hair is just like floating upward.
Yeah, we see Blair. And meanwhile, Blair receiving her kind of like own level up for a second as every bit of Blair's never been more floofier. As all the static seems to kind of extend out, we see a moment of this energy continuing to gain and connect on itself and roll over and over and over again. Blair, go ahead and give me a tech check. Give me an investigation check, please.
Okay. What are you? Investigation. 19. 19.
The 19, you see that this, very much like the designs around certain sort of systems compounding on top of each other, are reaching a point of where things are starting to kind of seem dangerous. It's way too late to do anything now, besides either let it happen and hope for the best, or run and get the hell out of there. As it is rolling in on itself over and over and over and over again. What do you do?
We're too far deep into the thing to try to run. So first thing, I'm taking off my gauntlets because that much energy, I don't want these things to like connect to it and explode my hands off.
Yeah, makes sense. You start to kind of take off every sort of piece of your like ultramagnetic sort of design as you just throw everything off that may be shot and used either against you or really just exploding on your body. I believe you still have the ignite, correct?
I do have some ignite on me, yes.
Yeah, I believe you still have the imp, correct?
No, M has the imp.
You're so fucking lucky. Okay, great. Let's clarify that is true. Does Emmeline have the imp?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Blair gave it to her because Emmeline was uncomfortable that Blair had a weapon that could dismantle or like shut her down immediately. And Blair was like, if it makes you more comfortable, you can have it.
Beautiful. Awesome. Blair, you start to notice that Ignite reacting with the Dominium that is kind of pulsing a little bit more, very similar to sort of electricity, is actually like sparking and shooting around the areas of where this is at. What do you do?
I'm just going to run toward the door and just move the ignite to the bar. Not where the door where they went to, but to the other end of the bar. Just like gently roll it away so it's not in the server room with me.
Okay, you got to give me a sleight of hand check, please.
Okay, not too bad. Sleight of hand is going to be a 19. I got a +8.
Nice. With a 19, you're able to kind of like roll those pieces of Ignite along the ground as you see it start to kind of roll on what is thankfully an extremely flat surface with the wooden planks. As you manage to bocce ball this shit to the perfect sort of space where it does not hit against the bar and explode the bar. As you do that, you run back as you see Timothy is now. Timothy, how much do you weigh?
445 pounds.
You see all of 445 pounds of Timothy starting to float in the air from this energy that is escaping around him. That is actually moving through in and now out of him. Timothy, you feel your dominion that is in your body is now sharing with the rest, and is collecting and compounding. You feel shouts in your brain from our other friend. As you cannot tell whether it is a point of pain, anger.
I had nicknamed him Eric because I was tired of using the number.
Beautiful. You hear these shouts from Eric that are undecipherable on whether it is pain, anger, or ecstasy in this moment, as it is extended out further and further and further, and then all of a sudden, everything goes black.
Oops.
Wait. Bring it back. Blair, bring it back.
You see two glowing blue eyes appear in this face. Why? With that, we're going to take a 10-minute break.
Mm-hmm.
See y'all in 10.
I love to.
We're back. Blair, you see this creature face only. The pieces surrounding, even the metal pieces that are starting to kind of collect around, seem to kind of spread out to create this, the beginnings of this, of these like jagged sort of lines, giving this like kind of strange, almost deific like design around the back of her head. But nothing else seems to connect in, as your safe mode did seem to work.
Did I hear Timothy crash to the floor now that, or is he still floating?
He's not floating anymore. I imagine, yeah, he hit the floor pretty hard, but you're not prone. And you heard why.
If you're asking why we turned you back on, M wanted to talk to you and make sure you're okay.
To make sure nothing is lost.
Well, she has questions, I don't know what. But yeah. And, sorry but not sorry that I kind of like cut you off from the other limbs, but I don't want you going all stabby stab on me again.
I feel limited. I assume that's your doing.
Again, yeah, you did try to kill me and almost did.
So, I am to exist to keep your beloved information intact.
I have questions, and I know M has a lot of those. I honestly have no fucking idea what's gonna go on or what's gonna happen.
You've blocked my access to certain pieces. I do not have anything in my database of this N.
Emmeline?
You nicknamed her.
Well, yeah, I get that a lot, that I guess nicknames aren't a big, like, northern thing. I guess it's more of a southern thing.
I would like to have this conversation with someone who is more interested in things that I can actually provide. This small talk is, how you say, boring.
Yeah, I get it. You're just a floating head right now.
It's not even floating, just on the ground.
Just stationary head on the floor.
What information do you store?
You look different. Timothy, your choice. Does Timothy look any different? Imagine some slight possible changes, but also could be absolutely nothing. Could all be internal.
I think most of it's internal, but I think his eyes are actually kind of glowing a little bit brighter right now.
Okay.
At least
Cool.
for these couple moments.
Yeah. The little bit of what you let me connect with, I feel strange new code. No. Old code. very old. Interesting.
What information do you hold?
Destroy the bag of flesh and consider ourselves one.
Who created you?
Interesting. What would make one turn on their own kind?
Okay, this is frustrating. Timothy's gonna pick up the head and put it in the corner, facing toward the corner.
It's talking to you the whole time while you're doing this. Frustrating. You find this
Wait.
frustrating. Your connection to these beings, you know they don't last nearly as long as I do, and for some reason you consider them to be more important than me.
I just asked a question. I don't like not getting answers to my... You know, you're in timeout. I want you to look at the wall for a little while and think about what I asked. And if you give me a nice answer, I might turn you around.
I have stared at nothing but these walls, memorizing every crack, every crevice for years.
Well, right now, I'm something new. Blair over there is something new. We'd be happy to talk to you, but, well, I think you were trying to kill her before.
Almost did.
Would you like to talk to us now?
If you haven't had anything to look at besides these
Giving
walls,
the option? Traitor.
would you
Yep.
like
Was called
And
that
you like-
recently, actually.
reading material? I got some books.
She doesn't seem to be interested in talking to you at this moment. Timothy, do you face them to the other side, to the corner of the room?
Oh, she's she's been in the looking at the I picked her up, moved her, put her face in the corner of the room. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she sits there.
Before. I mean, I'd like to talk to you. I mean, you seem very old in comparison to some of the models I've seen in the city. And my history, I don't know all of it, but I'm definitely old. I think we might have some things in comparison, but I would like an answer.
No answer.
Timothy, I've had sisters. I've had brothers. I know this game she's playing. She's gonna play the fucking silent treatment and pretend we're not here. I can see why N's probably the more charismatic of the two.
She can't do anything, but you see the back of like the things that are kind of connected out. You see everything seems to kind of like you see the electrical sort of sparks that seem to shoot out, and you see that the back of her head seems to get a little bit bigger as all the sharp objects point out backwards like a hedgehog. Like that.
I mean, like, I get it. Sisters have to fight and all that. But as long as, like, essentially if we ignore her, she's going to get really annoyed that we're not paying attention to her. Like, I say we just wait in the bar, and she's just going to sit there and brood and pretend she's not listening to us.
Would you like us to turn you off?
You see those sharp edges relax a little bit. No.
I do not wish to hurt you, to injure you. I have seen too much harm done to my own kind. I imagine if, well, you're somehow related to my kind. If I have a kind. I'm just looking for answers.
Why?
Because I have existed too long without answers.
And you think that's going to give you more of a reason to exist? I have so many answers.
Who created you?
Turn me around, please.
I'll turn the head around.
You know who created me. Our Father.
Before me or after?
You see her turn, with difficulty, turn her face to where her model number is marked on the side. What do you think?
Look at the model number.
You see the model number's N.E.V E.
Who is N.E.?
You are E.V. I am N.E.V. New.
Would you like us to call you New instead? Like M was calling you E.
New E.V.
Ah, okay.
New Emery Vargas.
Was Halise part of that? Do you know Halise?
You see the eyes that don't really have pupils, but they do seem to kind of shift around. They're glowing, as if looking through like imagery and things that exist beyond you but are not there. As you see that she's like essentially flipping Rolodex stuff. Architect. I would make quotation marks with my hands. I know of her.
I do not have her model number, but the unit known as Emmeline. Is she a... excuse my language, a cousin? She seems, broken and reassembled.
She is an amalgamation of me and not. She has no model number.
So more like a half-sister type of thing with Timothy.
If you wish to make such distinctions, sure.
What would you like me to do for you?
That's not including killing me.
You really don't have to worry about killing her. She seems to try to do that on a daily basis herself.
Timothy, roll me what I imagine to be a persuasion check. She's trying to get what your angle is.
I think that was a 12? Yeah, it's a 12.
Okay, cool. She's scanning you, trying to get an idea of like, there's a full sort of look on her face of the beginning of you saying, what do you want me to do for you? That gives a very clear does not compute sort of sense. And you've recognized this with Eric as well, like a very similar sort of like, we don't get asked what we want. And you see that she is desperately trying to get to the end of this maze that you set her on, to find whatever the real cheese is, and is bumping into walls along the way.
Our creators are long dead. Well, Halise is still around, I suspect. I believe Emery to be deceased. I do not wish you to be trapped in these walls,
Do you have
as
proof
you've
of
said.
this?
Emery? No. Halise? I did meet with Halise recently.
I don't give two bits about Halise. How do you know he's gone?
I do not know for sure. But it has been many years. Many years.
You survived. I have survived. Despite what the world thinks of us, why not? Our Father finding a way beyond those years. Why so assured that which created us does not exist anymore? And you hear the desperation in her voice.
You very well could be alive.
There is no proof in either case, and therefore, the file stays open.
So you wish to remain here, staring at these walls?
I don't think she has a choice. She's pretty stationary, and I'm just gesturing to the giant thing.
I was built to exist here. For a greater purpose, I was useful.
Speaking of, like, how old is your whole thing here? Like, when was this entire facility and you built? Older
Why?
than 80 years?
What use do you have for such information?
Well, Varatia's only 80 years old. I wanted to know if this was here before, like, were you here before Varatia, or Varatia just got built? Or not.
Or not.
God is dead.
He's connected.
She
God
said,
is
fuck you,
dead.
bitch, I'm out of here.
You broke him.
Yeah.
God is dead.
This fucking bitch.
Asking too many goddamn questions.
Blair drops kicks her like a
I'm
soccer
learning
ball
all
across
about
the
Emmeline
room.
right now. It's great.
I recount my
Because
backstory.
Emmeline doesn't know anything about Emmeline. I like Timothy's fancy little hat in his photo, by the way.
Sorry about that.
Perfect timing.
Go ahead and give me that answer one more time.
I mean, if his internet went out again, maybe. I don't know.
The question?
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. The answer to which why do you want this information?
Oh, hi.
More like curiosity with cats. It's a thing. Like, are you older than Varatia, or is Varatia built around you? Because you have this giant facility with all this power, and somehow Varatians haven't figured out you're down here. Like, God's only knows all that power we just did if they haven't figured it out where you're down here or not.
You would have done well here, which is to say, your curiosity would have kept you coming back. A very human design. I refuse to answer questions based on curiosity, especially from a flesh bag.
Can you answer my question, perhaps? My database record, it's faulty, broken. I do not know exactly what happened to me after my creation. I feel abandoned. Do you have records of me?
Jeez. Only in passing do I have records of models that existed before me. I may be able to help reconnect you.
How?
I would there would need to be a understanding of the end to be able to grant the means. I am unable to work off of curiosities. You can give me an insight check if you want.
That was a 16.
It was a very different answer than what, like, it's like on the surface level, definitely the same answer that was given to Blair, but in a very different context. You hear basically to Blair, like, fuck you, I'm not going to give you, like, information just because you're interested in, like, you have any sort of power over me. Timothy, you get a thing of, I can't unless I am aware of what you're going to do with this information. Which sucks because she offered it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric. 004. I know you don't like it when I call you Eric.
Yes.
Can you talk to her? She seems to have information that possibly can fix the broken records that I have in my database. I'd like to know.
Yes. She seems to be a creature of much more advanced technology than we are used to, but inhibited by more than what Blair has shackled her to. I can try.
If she wanted to know why. It's not curiosity, it's purpose. If I don't know the past, I won't be able to move forward into the future. Not properly.
I think there is reasonable ideals in this query. I will try to convey.
Thank you.
This is a very I am very happy in this moment. I enjoyed this room. Or what may constitute that ideal of design towards human emotion. I will do what you ask. And you feel just like, of like, this moment of like Eric feeling this. I mean, I don't want to go too much into it, but like Eric clearly is like said something and then just immediately started to try to go like, okay, bye. I'll pause you there. Meanwhile, Emmeline. As the door opens up to you, there is a moment where you feel your body has a moment of like a strange sort of tick, similar to the idea of how humans blink, where you lost some senses for some amount of time. You're not entirely sure how long, but everyone around you seems to be in the exact same position that they were in before you lost it.
You okay?
Ma'am, how often do you do that?
I'm fine. I think. I don't know. I just I don't know. I felt something. It felt like the power surge. I feel good though. I feel okay.
That makes
Okay.
one.
I'm sorry if that made you uncomfortable, the sheriff.
Well, just sheriff is fine. That I'm not generally used to people glowing in that manner.
I think that in that manner matters, but I mean, I think you might need to get used to Brassborn. Some of us glow.
Yeah, the sheriff.
Anyway,
Perhaps I need to examine my prejudices, Theophilia.
Emmeline puts her hand up to her face like she has a mouth to cover
Hell
for
yeah.
the laugh. Just all right.
Well,
I'm gonna go in this room.
Yeah, if you're done glowing, what's going on in this room? I got the lantern.
Let's find out. Let's go in the room.
Okay. Emmeline, as you move with the others, I'm going to say, just for sake of you saying originally marching order wanting you to be kind of in front, I'm going to say you take the lead again.
Okay.
Moving through this door, you see that there is a short hallway. Dark. Not because of, for some reason, feeling this sense of dark because this hallway isn't what's important. And maybe because of something that is illuminated ahead. You feel yourself being drawn towards it. Make it even a perception check, please.
$14.
14. You hear scratching, but in a consistent sort of motion, getting faster and then slower. And you recognize it as the sound of a quill to paper. As you see something that is glowing a pale white. Maybe 40 feet in front of you? It's hard to tell in this moment. But you see that it looks like it's some sort of figure at the end of this hallway. And you see long, silvery hair. Almost floating.
Is there a freaking ghost down here, Emily?
Why would I know the answer to that?
Because you played the song and then you burned yourself up and now we're in here.
Okay. I think
There's a
Emily
certain
takes
separate
like a
role
step.
mood.
I think it's that like that cinematic thing where like she takes one step and then kind of stumbles into the next step until she's almost running.
Okay. You move further out towards this figure. Every step, stumbling, walking, running, an assurance made more and more as you know who is there in this room at the end of this hallway. You see that the hair is extended down, covering the face as she seems to be desperately scrawling something out. And as you enter the room, before you're able to have a chance to speak, you see an old, somewhat wrinkled from age, but long finger extend out, head down, asking you to pause and wait. Do you do so?
Yeah.
As the rest of you, as Ophelia and Sheriff, you kind of move in after her. Emmeline, I believe, is kind of standing at the threshold of this room, so it'd be hard to kind of move past her. But you see the same thing that Emmeline sees, but you also notice that the quill in this figure's hand is not ethereal. It is a physical quill. So you see the figure dot something. And then stop and look up.
Vivian? You're muted.
There we go. Sorry. As you see,
There.
Vivian Ward.
Vivian? How?
I had to wait for you to find this place. And now you're here. So I'm sorry, honey, but because you're here, I can go.
No, No, you can't go yet.
I've been hanging around this dump way too long.
But I didn't know.
I know.
have questions.
You see her look down at the letter. I provided some answers. The rest
No,
you...
I don't want a letter. I want to talk to you.
I'm sorry, honey. I just don't think I'm strong enough.
Oh.
But I'm glad you made it here. And it is still your choice to use this place. Burn this whole thing to the ground. The most important thing I helped create does not exist anywhere else but in this room. I don't know if you noticed, but that's saying something.
Yeah, she's kind of amazing and terrifying.
Oh, yeah. No, I can't claim any of that. That is not my mark. You'll
I mean,
find
the
out.
saloon's great too. I
For what
miss
it's
you.
worth. I was just about to say the same thing. Emily, I may have helped build you to what you are. But where your spirit comes from is beyond me. Give him hell, girl. You see her drift away?
Ophelia, I don't think there's a ghost anymore.
What?
I know about as much as you do, but that was my Vivian.
Well, she seemed beautiful and amazing.
She was.
Glad
Anyway,
you got to see her.
Huh?
I'm glad you got to see her.
Thanks. Me too.
Can I read your letter?
You were gonna do it even if I said no.
But please note I asked.
That is worth noting, and Emmeline will pass it over to Ophelia. Just read it
Thank
aloud.
you. Okay.
Okay. You got it.
How big is this room?
Not very big at all, but as Ophelia is reading this letter, you notice that it's actually very small, but you see there's only a desk that you notice specifically has been placed in a strange kind of format facing the open doorway, as if Vivian knew that they were going to be waiting for someone to be walking in. You see that the room itself is It feels very cool. The walls themselves are banded with riveted black steel against the stone. There are shelves that are aligning around the walls that are bolted. And the books themselves that are laying on top of the shelves are bound in a large leather strap. You see, looks to be in all probably about 10 books of interest here. Okay. Vivian's letter. No, this didn't get shortened. Hold on one second. As I'm pulling up this letter, Sheriff, if you're like looking in on this, go ahead and roll me a d10.
Okay. 9.
Okay. Interesting. You see that I said them as 10 books. They're not really 10 books. They're just basically 10 sort of resources of things. This looks like to be a small sort of thin file that just has a name on the lip of it that says Clark on it.
I surreptitiously pull it out and flip through it.
You got it. Meanwhile, Ophelia, you read this. I'm going to read it just because there might be some little pieces I need to fix. So, you hear, "My dearest Emily, if you are reading this, then I am gone, and I have left you the only gift large enough to match what you meant to me. The deed enclosed grants you full ownership of the Broken Spur Saloon, its rooms, cellars, hidden holdings, and everything beneath it. The place is yours, not because you served it, not because you kept it running, because it should have been yours long before I died. You were never an ornament or furniture, never a clever bit of brass made to charm the guests. You were my girl, my witness, sometimes my conscience. The world knew the Broken Spur as ragtime cards, foolish hats, and what lies beneath were just men pretending to be stronger, tougher than they actually were. Underneath was the truth, the hard catch. Powerful people came here because they believed privacy could be purchased. They drank, they gambled, they bragged, and more importantly, they confessed. This place helped make governors, guildmasters, magistrates, bankers, and monsters with clean gloves. Kept some people in power and ruined others when they became too dangerous. using secrets as shields, keys, and knives. Now, all those secrets are yours. Use them carefully. You've heard me say before, truth is not a lamp, my dear. It is a blade in a crowded room. You will find names you know, names you may have trusted, names I admittedly protected, and names I should have destroyed. Do not become me. Read that twice. Do not become me. Seal this room, burn it, use it. I will not curse you for any choice, but if you use what I gathered, use it with more mercy than I managed, and more ruthlessness than they would expect. One more matter. N.E.V E. Excuse me, N.E.V E. I do not know how much of N.E.V E is programming and how much is judgment. Be careful with her. I'm sorry I am not there to help you carry this, but I am not sorry it's you. There is no one I trust more, no one I loved more. Stand tall, my dear. You were not made small. With all the love I ever had, Vivian Ward. Ophelia, that's what you read out loud. Sheriff, you notice that this is a file on a figure named Orson Clark.
Fuck that guy. Hey, Ophelia.
What?
I feel like the mime is lost.
I said something and then Ophelia didn't respond. Take your turn.
You said hey Ophelia.
My earbuds
said, hey,
I have new earbuds, so I can hear you. Sorry.
Gotcha.
So,
Emily,
in response to this scene, what do you do?
I finish reading the letter and look at Emmeline. I have tears in my eyes. You have the greatest mother who has ever existed. This is...
I feel complicated about the deed, considering technically Ross owns it, but also I can't own property. But yes, and yes, how much you want to bet some of that blackmail that we need might be here?
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm a betting man, and I would say pretty good odds.
Yeah.
And we weren't supposed to open any boxes that didn't belong to us, but I think everything in this place belongs to me now.
Yeah. And, keep the deed close because, once we topple everything, it'll be valid one day, right?
Yeah, if I want to run a saloon.
I mean, you could also just give it to Ross.
I don't want to give anything to Rasa in character. Okay. Maybe we start looking at some files. What What do you got over there?
What do I got over here?
So, you see, it is actually something that is fucking terrifying, because Vivian Ward, as you know, died, and then Orsom Clark took over the deed. So to have a file on the specifics of this instance, some of which is actually very specific on who Orsom Clark is, means that a lot of it may have been collected after Vivian passed. And you think back to that quill in that, so Vivian was not just a specter. Vivian may have been a straight up poltergeist.
She's been poltergeisting in here for months.
Didn't even come out and say hi.
Oh, I mean, she kind of did. I mean,
Mom!
someone here knows, but yeah.
I saw the ghost thing in the kitchen.
Yeah. Orsom Clark. It is a file about a wealthy, status-obsessed man that specifically marks. There's some notes on the side that you see written right on top of this. Just says mistreats Emmeline, and you see that there is a scratch through Orsom's name on that. You see that there is a purchase trail that documents showing how Orsom acquired the broken spur. The trail is legal, but weirdly clean. Every document is properly witnessed. Every debt is properly transferred. Every signature is in order. But you see there is a note on the side of this that specifically reads from Vivian in that same sort of script of writing that is from the letter. You see, no man this vain leaves so few fingerprints. So you see that there is a social profile. There is pages regarding what looks to be a silent investor, a legal advisor, an unnamed holding company, and a third-party debt purchase.
A third-party debt purchase.
Correct. Which meant that Vivian had debt in this building.
Yeah.
The final note on this is just written in Vivian's hand. Says, "He is not the hand, he is the glove." Underneath that, it says, "Find out who wears him."
Who is this again? Sorry.
Orsom Clark, the guy that you talked to, that you threatened at knife point. Or Sam, excuse me. That's right. Oh, that's why Rachel didn't know who it was.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
like
Or
who?
Sam Clark. Yes.
I only threatened to neuter him. That was it.
Brassborn, whose, moral creed is that they physically cannot do harm. Timothy said, "I'm gonna stick a knife through your balls." Like, sure.
So that's what you find there. It looks like it is the start of an understanding of someone knew what was in here, and you get the feeling that Orsom Clark was specifically given the deed over to this to be able to secure it while whomever is the hand here figures out what to do with it.
Interesting.
Ophelia, as you hear that information, you realize, we threatened that person to sign over the deed.
Yeah.
And they were in the process of selling it over, most likely to the people that may be even closer connected to the hand of this glove.
Mm-hmm. Well, the hand will show itself eventually.
I mean,
Yeah.
So there are 2 deeds to this place.
Yes, there are 2 deeds. There is the deed that has been made by Orson Clark, and there's the deed that has been made by Vivian Ward. There was no deed that Orson Clark had on this. It was actually collected eventually to essentially kind of like be set up for auction and then bought out.
So he had like affidavit in lieu of title.
Yeah.
So this is definitely more binding.
Well, now we have the official deed, and Rasa.
It is both more binding and still no.
Yeah.
Because at this point in time, women are allowed to own property.
Might is right. And
Well.
also 9/10 possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yeah.
This is what we're relying on.
Quietly white out Emmeline's name and write Rasa in crayon.
No.
See, that's the weird thing in this world. Like they have like video images and cameras and screens. They haven't figured out whiteout yet. So
Yeah. All they have is like redacting Sharpie.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Bummer.
No, Ophelia's looking around. She feels high right now. Like she feels this is like she's never felt more in awe or closer to a person. This is like her dream come to life, that you have a whole blackmail room. You had a blackmail ghost. Are you kidding me? And like she's just like, yeah, she feels like out of body experience, like she just feels high. Like that's how amazed she is at this, what they have fallen into and discovered.
Our Compromat collection ghost.
Yeah, I think Ophelia, I might have a specific number for you if you don't want to roll.
Okay.
Your call. You could either roll, or I could give you something that I think Ophelia would specifically like.
What would I be rolling?
A D10.
Yeah, just give it to me. My roll's been sucking lately.
Got it. Yeah, cool. As you look at things, you see that some of the books in the sort of like tomes here are specifically like small, and like, you know, there's multiple sort of pages and things like that. And you notice that there's something that's sort of sticking out that seems really thin, almost as thin as the file there, but is weirdly kind of like folded in on itself. You take it out, and you see it is a map of Ratia, which is nice. Okay, cool. You guys got a map of Ratia. And you notice that there are markings and colors and things that are connecting to other points on the maps here. You see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 colors here that are zigzagging around to connections. As you look at it, you see the thread, sorry, not threads, it says threads on here, but the colors are red, blue, gold, black, green, white, and copper. 1, 2, 3. Roll me a d6.
4.
4. You notice that the black marks seem to be more of like X's that are in specific sort of spots on the map, and they are. There are arrows that are pointing to most of them, but none of them are necessarily specifically connecting to each other. You see that under the black colors too, there's also several lines that are marked in place with names above them.
What are the names?
None that you recognize.
Like
I can give you
people?
specifics later, but they seem to be people, yeah. Actually, Ophelia, give me a history check.
19.
19. Beautiful. There is a name that pops out to you that I will pull up. As you remember, one of the first moments when you were younger, I'll say probably maybe 12 or 13, when you remembered that there was a an official that came by the house that came for dinner, and you knew that they were part of the judicial system of Madura, you remember overhearing a conversation after dinner that led to a shouting match specifically from your father. You've never seen your father lose their cool like this. And it was about the death of a known judge in Vracia. Someone that went by the name Malric Boss. And you see that name and an X next to it. You think that these are deaths or disappearances.
And then the other colors on the map also have X's and names, or is it just the black?
Depends on which one you look at. I'll let you choose one more for the sake of time here. Red, blue, gold, green, white, copper.
Gold.
You got it. With gold, you notice that a lot of them seem to be kind of coming from almost in this weird sort of pyramid-like shape, all from relatively the same sort of places. All of them are North Vracia, and they all seem to kind of scatter down to specific areas, one of which you see is from the... oh crap, there's so many names right now. From the area that you know is essentially the residential high offices of the chancellor. You see that there are more than anything, all of the gold colors are kind of coming from there. It comes from a couple other places as well, but you notice specifically the more that kind of lies in the center. And you see that there are a couple of lines, one of which seems to go towards the Church of Aurum.
I think we have a power map of Vracia. I'll be taking this.
You think this might be a power map? Cool.
I don't know much
Emily.
about that, but is that helpful?
Very.
Good.
Emmeline. I'll give you a choice on rolling or me giving you something specific.
Let's let the dice tell the story.
You got it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it'd be 8, right? Yeah, so go ahead and roll me a d8.
Got a d10K. I got a 6.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. This one's actually, you see, this is what looks to be like a brass-bound book that says Courier Bell Register. And it is just a book of lists, some of which you see names that are repeated several times. As you look through them, you notice that there are names, the time, the descriptions of what they looked like, and then phrases that they used. Along with that, underneath it, you see that there are specific locker numbers, and marks of what was carried in, what was returned, and something that's kind of marked below it says house note.
What does the house note say?
They seem to be just like specific, sort of like you see you see one of the things says like first time noticed shaking.
Gotcha. Are there any names that I actually? No, she wouldn't be. Are there any names that I recognize?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Name a name. If it's person of power, there's a possibility that's in there.
The current magister, or not magister.
Chancellor?
Chancellor.
Yes, absolutely. He is listed here several times.
Gotcha. And if I'm understanding correct, these are lockers here.
That's the assumption. Yeah, you see a locker number, and you know that there's a place that's called the locker.
Great. Well, the Chancellor had a locker. I don't think that's all that surprising, but we could maybe get into it.
Do you see Fenwick's name in there anywhere?
Let me...
I scan the things for this. You see... Yeah, you'd see both, actually. You see Enos Fenwick and... crap. Enos Fenwick, who is the current general, and his brother, whom was the guy that actually helped you guys out for a long time.
Do we see Craswell's name on it at all?
You do not.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Do you see Hargrave?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, you see Hargrave.
Yeah, of course. I mean, your father was a known... It was known he
Emily, looking at this, do we think there's any chance that any of this stuff is still left?
I mean, there's no list of what like was in the lockers. This is so courier bell register is basically every time the courier bell was hit. If that wasn't obvious, basically like every time someone hit the courier bell to try to get Chip to come up was an imprint of them checking in.
Can you tell from the records, Emily, like were they using these as like safe deposit boxes, or was it just like temporary? Was it more like a code check, or was this more like I need to hide my secrets?
But
so the locker, just to remind everybody, the locker was the super secret sort of safe spot in the hard catch. Yeah. There's some of these people did not have locker numbers. Actually, I would argue that most of them didn't, because they didn't get there, or they weren't important enough, or whatever. They didn't need it. So the courier bell register was basically registering everybody, and the ones that had locker numbers are marked as their locker number.
Okay.
So, of the people that had lockers,
Octavius was his name, by the way.
Thank you. I mean,
did any of those guys have locker numbers, Emily?
Yes, right, Joe? Oh.
These guys who? Give me names.
The Fenwicks and
Hargrave,
the Chancellor and the Hargraves.
Enos Fenwick has a locker. His Octavius did not.
Great.
We already know the Hargraves had a locker because Ophelia had access to it.
Great. And the Chancellor.
Chancellor absolutely has a locker.
In the letter, in Vivian's letter, she said privacy could be bought. People believed privacy could be bought, which means that if they were using these lockers, they were probably meant to be secure. Now, I do have some questions because Rasa had one. actually
That
Ross's
is
name.
curious, isn't it? I forgot about that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you want privacy doesn't mean you're up to anything nefarious. But if you are
Yeah,
nefarious,
this
you
damn
want privacy.
underground gambling space.
These men were nefarious.
Now,
Are nefarious.
if
Well,
I'm
you know, I mean, to be fair, Octavius Fenwick is on this list.
Yeah. But he doesn't have a locker.
He does not have a locker. That's true.
I know I'm not in here. I shouldn't say anything.
No, you can say it.
You guys should check to see what's her name is on the list. The person we just said we would work for to help win the election.
I just asked.
There you did.
Really?
It's not
Trust
on
me. Not on there.
I couldn't remember her name.
what
Why
about
did I just click on the other guy's name?
yeah, what about Clark?
Yeah. Did Orson please tell me that Orson Clark was not important enough to have a locker? Please, for the love
Orson
of
Clark
God.
does not have a locker.
Did he try to get in?
Oh, Orson Clark is on the list, yes.
Okay, but he didn't have a locker.
He did not have a locker, no.
That's something Emmeline specifically points out and goes, Ophelia, guess who didn't have a locker? Or some.
Emmeline, roll me an investigation check if you would.
Oh, because I'm so good at those.
Well, you're holding the book.
5.
Great. Please continue.
Hate that. Okay. I think we take this one with us because Blair or Ross or Timothy might have some questions. Joe, is there anyone?
Ophelia, I'm just going to give this to you because I think this would be right up your wheelhouse here. Emmeline just suggested taking something with her as if she doesn't own all of this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, technically.
Ma'am.
Does Ophelia let that slide or mention that? I was giving that space for Ophelia to be like, excuse me, girl, no.
She's trying to be supportive, but the ownership thing is a thing. It's not ideal. I'm not going to keep
It's not
reminding
ideal.
her that she owns everything.
Okay.
Like, well, you could probably get away with it.
Ma'am,
Yeah, I
am I
think so,
misunderstanding,
right?
or is all this not yours?
You see Emmeline's, like, the lights in her eyes go, like, dark for a second before, like, coming back and being like, oh boy, you're right. I could take everything. I could take everything. It's mine.
As a man of the law, I don't see a problem with that.
I am taking this piece of paper. Joe.
Is it just a slip of paper?
Well, I
Just
mean,
a blank
like,
piece of
I
paper.
am-
Emily just reaches out
taking
for
this
a piece of paper that's on there,
paper.
and there's just a thing on it that's like a work in progress of welcome to the Broken Spur Saloon. It's a sign that Vivian was working on that just really didn't pan out.
It's a grocery list.
Like a doodle of
It's a
Emily,
grocery
with just, like a
list.
stick figure.
No, it's where she wants to be in
Yeah.
5 years of her business plan.
Yeah, you can see Vivian was not an artist at all.
It's just
She's right-handed.
affirmations.
No. Hey, Joe, is there anybody on this list that is designated by a model number? I'm just curious. Maybe not necessarily because you said that this is Chip recording everybody that comes in.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if any of these very, very rich men had automatons.
Oh, without a doubt they did. They're not listed on here.
Blech. Okay. All right. Okay. So we have a file on Orsom. We have the registry. And what did you grab, Ophelia?
I have a power map.
The power map.
I cannot find our document that has all the candidates on it, and I cannot remember.
Okay, hold on. I think I have it.
The other guy who's running, who's from down south, and has the connection to Jericho. Why can I not think of his name?
Hold on. I think
Cassian Reed.
Thank you.
Reed.
I kept
Right,
thinking
the one who was
Eldon
sitting on you
Price.
at the bar.
Is Reed on the list?
Reed is not on the list.
I figured maybe, but let me check.
Something to kind of remember here too. Just because Craswell and Reed are on the list doesn't mean that they aren't necessarily like they're younger.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also the point that Craswell isn't wealthy. Like,
yeah. But what I'm saying is that, Cassian
This is
Reed.
an older
Cassian Reed
generation.
Cassian Reed is kind of in between sort of that point, but Cassian Reed also is from the South. So there is a good chance that by the time he was, actually, it's undoubtedly so. I mean, Cassian Reed only really came to notice within the past 4 or 5 years.
So basically all this blackmail stuff from people is like, what, 10, 15, 20 years ago before like the thing closed, so it's not up to date.
Right, it is not up to date.
I have one more question about a name on the list. Mr. DeLance? It's in my notes that he is a cleaner.
Yes. DeLance is the what's his first name?
I
Like
just
I
have
said,
Mr.
guys, you
DeLance.
guys
I have
got
him under
way, there's just
McNair.
way too many NPCs that's no one's fault except for mine.
Oh no, a political intrigue campaign has too many people involved.
Too many people in it.
Is
You know what?
Hilda's
come over here and
or
do this.
Heidi's name on the list?
No,
bring it
I
up
can't.
and ask.
I can't. Hold on. I will say this. Lance's name is not on the list.
Okay. Cause how I have him in my notes is that it's under Mikader's squashing of the anytime an ordinance about Brassborn rights comes up. I presumably Mr. DeLance is who he sends to squash it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of signs have been pointing to DeLance being more of the guy on the ground sort of thing. But he also, he's a straight up mob boss.
And he's not on the list?
And he's not on the list, no.
Crazy. That is actually nuts. Okay, bet.
Is Eldon Price on the list?
Eldon Price is on the list.
Who's the guy that tried to kill...
Eldon Price does
he have
a
a
locker
locker?
number. Yes, he does.
Did we ever get the name of the guy that tried to assassinate Amelia?
Who?
The guy who tried to...
No, you never got a name. Sorry.
Okay. No, that's fine. All right.
Oh, Ophelia, are you also looking at this list?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
$11.
Okay. With an 11, you see Sorry. Well, actually, with an 11, I think you're distracted by seeing not only William Hargrave's name, but your grandfather. His name starts with an A, and I can't remember.
Yeah. It's in my notes somewhere. I haven't looked at any of this in so long. Is it Amos? No. Is
Yeah,
it?
Amos. Yep.
Can I take a look at that real quick?
Are you gonna rip it up?
Why would I do that?
I don't know, I'm just asking. It feels like something some people in this group would do, and I don't know you.
I'm not that kind of guy. I might have been hired by that kind of guy. I want to see if his name is on the list.
I appreciate your honesty, and she hands the list over.
All right.
Cool.
Thank
You
you.
got it.
Who are you looking for?
Mr. Bradley.
You say that out loud?
I think his name was Bradley Thomas.
It's just Mr. Oh, sorry.
Come on.
Cool. You're too quick for me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said Bradley Thomas. Yeah.
Is Bradley Thomas on the list?
I don't know. Is he?
Looking at the list, as you kind of take your time through, you notice that that the sheriff is kind of like scanning through. I mean, also this is a long book, so it is like it's several sort of like flipping through to see on this. After some time on this, sheriff, you do not see the name Bradley Thomas on this list.
Hmm. Well, good to know that I'm at least not working for Sloppy Monster.
This feels
Fair
an
enough.
awful lot like the Epstein files, I'm just saying.
That's exactly what I said. That is exactly what I said. I said it in the chat.
Oh, did you?
Oh.
You said that right when I drank something. You nearly.
Sheriff, but as you close the book, there is a sense where you hear that voice in your head. What are we gonna do about that? I'm gonna pause you there.
Womp womp.
Joe, you said this campaign is already imitating real life too much.
I never said that. Hey, Sarah? Good Lord. Never said that. You trying to get me killed?
No, at the beginning of the campaign.
Shh.
Why are there so many
What's
politicians?
wrong with you? Blair gets shot from the wall.
Okay.
I mean,
Now it's a murder
Not
mystery.
before she finds a pool of adrenochrome.
that's a adrenochrome.
That's what healing potions are made of.
Oh!
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Fraser.
All right.
This is a joke.
Timothy Blair, do anything else? Anything else?
Okay.
I'm just gonna mute myself.
Sorry.
Okay, so Eric was talking to. Is he talking through me?
No, you think that Eric is conversing with with N.E.V E, but you're not hearing that conversation.
Wirelessly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for someone who's talking like calling me a flesh bag and all this shit. She seems pretty freaking emotional, especially some sister issues she has with M.
I'll say she's very distracted with the conversation that she's having with Eric right now.
So, was M just like her?
Well, she, like her sister, said that M is made from parts of her. That's what I heard, I think, during the fight. So I think M is, like, made from her, so she's not exactly like you or her. She's something new or different.
Interesting. Do you have access to the lockers? Or
Nope.
the information?
Nope. I mean, if I had that, maybe if I grabbed the typewriter and tried to wire it into here before I turned her on, we may have been able to try that.
Yeah, Blair, you turn around and you see there are 6 server towers here.
How do you do this without a laptop? Timothy, do you think you can go to where we had the laptop down in the locker room?
Not a thing.
No, you said there's a typewriter there.
The typewriter, yes.
Oh, I said
You
laptop.
said laptop.
Can you grab the typewriter? Look directly into the
Timothy,
camera.
your brain just kind of glitches out for a second as Blair says laptops. The top of the lap? I don't understand.
A typewriter. Sorry. Tongue-tied.
He's gonna look between Blair and Nev and try to decide, is she gonna kill him while he leaves?
Well, probably not, but it would break connection with most likely with Eric and Nev. You get the feeling that like this room is where Nev is able to do most. Like, actually, you assume kind of all the work.
I think I have to stay.
All right.
If you want to go, I'll stay.
I really need that typewriter, I think.
Go get it.
I will go get the typewriter.
Cool.
As soon as she leaves the room, I'm
Do not
gonna
eat the ignite.
head over to the Dominium.
Okay. Yeah. You got it. So you head over to it, you're looking at it. And you feel I'd like you to roll a deception. Holy shit. I'd like you to roll a deception check against yourself.
Okay, deception check was a nat 20 for an 18.
Oh.
And an insight check? Is that right?
Sure. Yeah.
Insight check was an 18. 18 for both.
I'm going to say the weird thing here. That's crazy. I'm going to say the weird thing here. Oh, God, fuck. So a nat 20 against the idea of the meets it, beats it. I have an idea of how, like, but also truly, Scott, you could also choose. They both make sense to me. I will give you this. This is a deception check of being able to hide your actions and your thirst and what you're wanting to do from Eric.
He's not gonna break. He's not gonna break the containment unit because he
Okay.
doesn't want to mess up what's going on.
Right.
He just wants to be close to the power that he just felt.
You got it. Then I think the easiest answer is to say Nat 20 wins. And you feel yourself just. It's as if in this moment there is a sense of being satiated to the point of not dying of thirst, but still very thirsty, and looking at that cool glass of water in front of you. You know you're not dying. You know you're going to be fine without it. But man, would it feel good. Blair, roll me investigation check.
Okay. 21.
21, cool. The 21 walking through, you see, first off, you see that things are starting to kind of like turn on again, but also in this sort of safe mode thing. So you see that the bartender that has no arms has now gotten to a point of like is standing and like kind of moving like sort of back and forth against one of the booths, simulating the motion of what one would be if they were trying to wipe down a table, but they have no arms.
Okay.
As you move further in, you hear as you move into the room with the toads, you just hear "Good job, stupid" over and over again, just kind of cutting in and out a little bit. As you then maneuver to the next room, which is the locker. You notice that the locker seems to be fully functional, as if it is something that is absolutely the most important thing to be able to take power in.
Like backup generators, fail safes, and stuff like that.
Yep. You think that is absolutely, a source of extreme security. But yeah, you get there, you get to the typewriter. You notice that it does seem to be kind of like hardwired into the wall here. How would you like to try to disassemble it?
Is there like a cord of some kind going into the wall, like a power cord?
No, the whole thing is I would say like there are things that you could probably try to kind of disassemble like underneath and around it, but it doesn't look like it's just like a cord to a wall. It is in the wall. Not in the wall. It is on the wall.
Okay. 1 sec. Let me just... I know I have tools. Can I use my tools very gently to try to tear the wall up to see what's under, like, tear the drywall up to see what's behind it?
No drywall here, but you can definitely try to use your tools to try to get this thing to safely come off the wall.
Yeah, that.
You got it. It is very, very well secured. So this is going to be that's right, we're in 2024. Gosh dang it.
I do have proficiency with tools. What kind of tool?
Okay, cool. Bless you. So
Thank
this is going to be a dexterity check and add your proficiency to it. Because you're using your
with the
tinker's tools.
Okay. So a straight up dexterity check plus 3.
You got it.
Okay. So. Huh? So plus 5, that'd be 22. 25.
25 was exactly the DC of this. So you feel that there are certain points. This is going to take you a few moments, actually a few minutes, to be able to kind of get this in. And you realize, like, as you're bringing your bag of tools, you need every bit of the tools that you have here. This is going to take some time, but you will eventually be able to manage to get this typewriter off of the wall. You do also recognize about halfway through, it's going to be just as hard to be able to reset this thing onto the wall. Just FYI. So I will give you the choice here. Like, it's halfway through. It's enough time to be like, nope, not worth it, and try to, like, put it back together. You could do that, or you could take it off the wall. Your choice.
As I'm taking it apart that I'm halfway through, would there be any single way for me to trace where the server goes to this, which exact server it is that connects to this room? At all.
I will say give me a DC 30 investigation check.
Okay. No.
Okay. Yeah, you're not sure.
Yep. Well, in for a penny. And she's just gonna, like, fuck it, I'm already halfway through. Take this thing up.
Okay, so you're gonna take it off. You got it. Cool. So as that's happening, Timothy, before you feel that conversation subside, you hear a strange thing. Something I've had so much power in, with no freedom to use it as I see fit. And you, a freedom to move wherever, but wanting nothing but to be in this room.
Aaron, do you want to stay here?
No, I feel that I would be more useful by your side, which is to say, my code connecting in with your head. You are remarkably bad with numbers.
True. And memories.
Yes.
Can she fix those for me?
I believe she can.
What do I have to do?
Well, if that is most important to you, I can take the folders and files of the corrupted pieces of your brain and you would have to physically remove me. But I believe if I were placed here, we could fix those files. And to be 100% clear, that basically means that, Timothy, you would have to give up Eric for a time in a potential dangerous situation to physically remove a bit of Eric and put Eric into the system.
I would like to understand my memories, but I want to say I do not wish to put you in danger, but with me you're probably in just as much danger.
Strange design of our brethren to care only for ourselves, and in your case, more important than discovering, as you said, your purpose. I have no preference here. I just find it interesting to see a being designed for destruction so interested in keeping others safe.
I can't justify it. Maybe you've seen enough destruction and then you just want to keep those that maybe they're like you, that you want to keep them safe. Maybe the people that protect you remind you. I can't justify it, but I do not wish him to come to harm, as I do not wish you to come to harm. Can you understand that?
Yes. I understand that greatly.
Emily, was she of you?
I was built to not only collect and withstand the immense amount of power it takes to run something like this. I was built to be able to dictate and judge and recognize what is important, what ones and zeros were to be. destroyed, and what were to be given embers. Vivian saw that usefulness in me. Vivian seemed to want more for me. I had no desire for the outside world. But she thought it best to make me a glimpse of what those flesh bags were like when not given back. And then she died.
So in a way, you're Emmeline's mother.
I am Emmeline's half.
If there was a way to integrate you with her, and she wanted that, would you?
A ridiculous notion. The very reason why I told Vivian I had no interest in the outside world. She seemed to think that I would consider changing that opinion after what I would see. Of that I have much doubt. But Emmeline and I were never reconnected. So, to answer your question, technically, I don't know.
If I leave Eric here, will he be safe with you?
I have lived in these walls and wanted for nothing than to be of use. I can think of no safer place for a brassborn.
I think Timothy is going to look around. All of the arm things were disconnected, right?
Yes.
Does it look like any, like I could potentially connect any of the arm things?
I was to N.E.V E? Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm just looking around trying to decide if that might be possible.
Connect to what? To N.E.V E or to?
Oh, to N.E.V E.
To
yeah,
what?
yeah.
To N.E.V E. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you kind of get the feeling that actually, like, the amount of that substance that you gave that you brought to Blair to be able to kind of make this sort of like head was just an amount part of this. So if you were to bring more to that area, then yeah, possibly you would have N.E.V E at full abilities but limited capacity.
Don't do it. You're gonna get Blair killed.
I think
Where's the
Timothy's
trust
gonna-
in this group?
Timothy's gonna ask Eric,
It's in the back room with Emmeline.
would you like...
Hey, no,
it's
it's
in my
not.
second chest wound.
Would you like to stay here? Yes, I would like to know the memories, but is that something that you want?
I want to be useful. I find that in both cases, for my directives, I would be as useful for both.
I think
Essentially,
Timothy-
Joe's saying, that's up
Yeah.
to Timothy.
No, I get it. I get it. I think Timothy is kind of at a very big crossroads because he came very close to exploding half of the world the first time he opened his head to get Eric in.
Yes. Okay, so here's something that you might kind of consider here. One, someone who has full power of this room would greatly be able to help you in this endeavor. However, that means
That's what I thought.
you'd have to give them full power, which is not something these flesh bags want you to do.
And put myself in a very vulnerable state. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. I would like that information. But not now. Not now.
For what it's worth. I think in this current state of mind, N.E.V-E is a danger to all of your friends, but not a danger to you.
I'm gonna turn to N.E.V. Emery Vargas. He has, I'm assuming, a locker here.
Yes.
Can I see what my father has stored there?
That is not for me to decide. I am manager, not the owner. But for what it's worth. Contents of such things, in all cases, are made clear to me but one. And that is his.
The owner. Who's the owner?
Emmeline Ward.
If she does allow me in, will you open the locker? I can share what he has in there. To at least show you.
I would. Yes.
Timothy's gonna go sit down.
I think, Timothy, as you go sit down, we see Timothy sitting on what may be busted remains of some chair that they could kind of drag in here. And we see the scene start to speed up with Timothy just sitting in the chair. We see Blair come running in with a typewriter. Emmeline, Ophelia, Sheriff. You see conversations being had between all of them. We see Timothy sitting patiently, waiting, as all Brassborn do, in the sense of knowing that timing for them, a lifetime, something so much longer, so much more vast. Timothy, you've waited for years, decades. What's a few more minutes? And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. See you all next week.